Before I get started, thanks to everyone who got my tuning exams video to 3K views. For me, that's really a big milestone in this thing. The next retrospective will be coming out very soon. Now, what I want to talk about is one of the issues with turning anime into live action movies is they have to contain a lot of elements into one film. A lot of story, characters, plot lines, arcs, and for shonen, fights. And don't forget that all the characters have their own storylines as well. And covering all that is a very big task, especially for a series like Naruto. That's why whenever I think about this, I feel like the best way to do it would to only focus on one character throughout the movie. Don't try to retell the whole story. Focus on one character and maybe tell an original story just about them. So in this video, I'm going to go over 5 characters that I think would make a good spin-off movie. Now the first character on this list I think is obvious, Shikamaru. It's a no-brainer. He's one of the only side characters, one of the only members of the Konoha 12 to get consistent shine throughout all 4 eras of the series. Naruto, Naruto Shippuden, Boruto, Boruto Blue 2 Vortex. The film would follow Shikamaru as he's forced into leadership earlier than he wanted. When a political crisis threatens the Leaf Village, Shikamaru is told to help with forming battlefield strategy, gathering intel, and negotiations. And in these movies, there's no Naruto or Sasuke. They may exist in that world, but they are hinted to but never really talked about. His story would be best self-contained. It's not going to be about power scaling or power escalation. It's going to be about decisions, consequences, and a mental pressure. The question would be, can the person who hates responsibility be the right person to carry it? Now, this movie would not need a big budget for CGI or transformations. All the tension would come from the strategy, misdirection, sacrifices, and the weight of command. By the end of the movie, Shikamaru doesn't become a different person. He simply accepts that someone has to think 10 steps ahead, and that person might as well be him. The next character who can carry a movie has to be Rock Lee. And honestly, the best setup for him, this film would be framed around a high-level tournament similar to the Chunin exams. Bringing in elite young shinobi from multiple villages, Rock Lee knows that this may be his best chance to prove himself against a natural genius. Midway through the tournament, Rock Lee is forced to open the first 5 gates. Earlier than planned in order to survive a brutal match. He wins, but at a devastating cost. His body is shattered, his future as a ninja uncertain, and he's given only 1 month to recover before the final stage of the tournament. Now, I know y'all are saying, that's not really canon. He can't recover in that time. Listen, this is just an early concept for a movie, okay? That's it. Don't worry about all the nitty-gritty stuff. The tension that comes in isn't whether Rock Lee can fight, it's whether he should fight. Every day of recovery becomes a battle between his determination and his body's limits. Might Guy pushes him forward, but also fears what another reckless decision could cost his student. The tournament style will definitely give the film a sports genre feel. And of course, that's gotta come with montages and classic music. This next character should have one of the easiest concepts to write around. Kakashi, the copycat ninja. Honestly, you could adapt Kakashi Gaiden and I wouldn't be mad. Of course, keep it self-contained, okay? Self-contained. No going off into, oh, Obito did this, did that. No, self-contained. And you could also do his time in the Anbu Black Ops. That whole arc and storyline could really make a great movie. Or maybe even tell an original story. The timeline of that would still be best in the Anbu Black Ops era. This film would explain why Kakashi teaches teamwork and why he sides with the Will of Fire mindset. The struggle wouldn't come from his abilities or strength, because Kakashi would always be as skilled as he is. The real tension would come from his decision-making when it comes to teamwork, ethics and morals, that whole thing. And the CGI budget would definitely go up because, he knows a lot of jutsus. So come on now. Next, a movie about Sakura could go crazy. Now, I know you might say, she could barely carry an arc during the main story. I know, but listen, a movie that's a medical drama, make a movie that would play into her strengths. And this could be during the time skip or after the war. She's on a mission where a neighboring country got invaded and the medical unit needs help. Because either there's a traitor in the medical unit or just something's going wrong. And she's there to help find a solution. This would help to reframe Sakura not as just support, but as an essential part of a mission. And of course, there's going to be enemies trying to stop her. So of course, you're going to have some action and some fights where she can show her brute strength. And for this one, I feel like you could also save money on CGI effects because her jutsus are not too flashy. And if they wanted to bring in an extra aspect of rivalry, they could bring in Ino too and have them fight a bit and work together throughout the movie. And for the next film, let's do one about Konohamaru. The time period would be after the Great Ninja War. The story would center around Konohamaru leading a mission without Naruto's help, without the Hokage's help, which is forcing him to rely on his own judgment, his own instincts, and his own leadership for the first time. His struggle wouldn't be ability, it would be identity. He's inherited powerful mentors, a famous name, and massive expectations. But none of that guarantees respect. As Naruto's mentee, and as Boruto's teacher, he should have so many different stories about his own personal experiences as a ninja. It would be a coming-of-age story. And perhaps on the mission, people are constantly underestimating him, saying how he's not living up to his name, the Sarutobi name, and even comparing him to Naruto too. Through all of this, he would need to show that he is his own ninja and has his own path that he's going on. Well, that's all for now. There's plenty of other characters that could have spin-off movies, but I'll keep this video shorter. Let me know in the comments if you agree with any of these ideas. And also, if you have other ideas of other characters that you think would make good spin-off movies. If they just lock in with the right genre and give them a personal story, it could work. Shikamaru could give that smart, grounded, strategic thriller. Rock Lee is a straight-up underdog sports tournament film with real consequences. And Kakashi, that's a character who could headline an action story that's emotional without even trying. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment, and definitely subscribe if you want more Naruto content. And also, check out my other videos. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a good one.